G'day guys, welcome back to Valheim. Hope you guys are doing well. We are at the home just admiring our work, our blood, sweat and tears. We've finally done the other side of the roof, and I think, I mean, we could call it sort of complete. There's still the front wall and the back wall to, you know, resolve. But I think we're definitely there. You know, we could essentially sort of sleep in this house without having too much of a worry with, you know, not having a roof on top of us. We do want to do maybe a couple of things in this episode. I'm thinking we want to mix this episode and have a couple of main sort of activities. One of the first things that I want to do, though, is to make some more charcoal, because we definitely need to smelt. Continue smelting some more iron, since we're going to need all this iron to eventually help prop up the attic, and yeah, hopefully we actually have enough. I'm pretty sure we have enough like iron scraps and stuff to do what we want to do, but it's just really the coal that's a bit of a limiting factor. I don't really have a lot of storage for wood anymore, so this is as much as we can put in there. So I might put some more wood into the kitchen. I've got a few other bits and pieces that need to also be stored away. So let me just quickly do that right now. And we shall sort of get going. I do need to wait a little bit until our food or our digestion has completed on some of the foods that we have. And I'm thinking after that we'll go out to the Ashlands and we'll see if we can continue our journey to, again, find more of those forts. As much as possible anyway. Let me drop a couple of resin out this way. And yeah, I'm sort of thinking, is it a good idea right now to move things back into position? Probably a good opportunity for us to do that. So let's just quickly get that done. Because if we do go out to the Ashlands, we're going to need the ability to repair all of our stuff, obviously. So we just need to make sure that everything is connected to the Black Forge, and that our Black Forge is actually sitting at the right level. And level 6 is basically what is unobtainable at the moment. Now let's get the artisan table back to where it needs to be, and then the upgrade for that as well, which is the artisan press. I assume that's connected, so that is looking good. Yeah, pretty decent. Yeah, not entirely sure why we haven't really had much more of a need for the shield cores. I feel like the whole shield thing, or the shield mechanic, I mean, it's designed well, but I just feel like maybe there could have been a little bit more pressure around you know, the need to use shields out in the Ashlands, since there's ash everywhere, but you kind of don't really need it. You could argue that you can easily make a base and have the base stand without it having, you know, burnt down or anything like that, without having a shield to defend it. I suppose maybe it depends on the material you use, so if you use wood, perhaps maybe you will need some kind of a shield. Anyway, we still have a bit more to wait here, so I'm sort of wanting to take a look and inspect what we've got going on this side, because obviously we've just completed it. And yeah, I guess we do need to take down some of the wood over here, so let's just do that right now. There is an issue with the way we've set things up for the hot tub, and the fact that the hot tub is essentially, I guess that the roof is not essentially covering it completely, right? So we'll need to figure things out on that front. But I think what I could do at this point as well is just gather up a little bit more grouse and just continue the roof on that side, because I do feel like we need to go down at least one more. So yeah, let's get all of this in. It should all hold. Yeah, so definitely going to be a problem here. We're going to have to sort of figure out how we want to, I guess, house the hot tub. And I don't really know if we want to perhaps maybe even move the hot tub eventually, because our room is also moving. And we're not exactly going to be sleeping on this floor anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna have to have a think about that. Probably do need a little bit of resin out here. Let's just chuck some wood in. Keep the hot tub running for a little bit. And yeah, I suppose maybe with the wood that we've got, we could just simply add some floors, or sorry, add some floorboards to the attic. Gonna need a little bit of lighting for the attic as well. It's gonna get very dark. And how do we feel about putting this in? I think what I'll do is I'll put that in initially, and then I'll just sort of try to get this piece lined up like so. I sort of want another piece on this side, but I do want to still create an opening, as essentially we do need a way in and out temporarily. And we're gonna have to start thinking about how to get actual staircases in. I think we're going to need to use some of the smaller floor pieces here as well. Yeah, so that is definitely unavoidable there, because otherwise it's probably going to poke out. Let's just continue with that, and should be able to get more of these in. Right. Another thing that I'm not entirely sure of is whether or not I want this fireplace to still remain in this position. I guess it's okay to keep it there. And I was sort of having a think about what we wanted to do with the space. There's the throne, which we'll definitely put down, and I'm thinking the room that we access initially from the workshop will probably be converted into like a command room almost. Remember way back when we were still living in the first home, I did make myself a, I think it's called a cartographer bench or something along those lines. Let me actually take a look at that. Cartography table. So we can easily make this and just have that as, you know, quote-unquote decoration. It doesn't exactly give us comfort, but I reckon it'd look kind of cool to have that return, and I think it would look good in that room. So basically in this space here, and then behind it will be, you know, the throne room. I don't know if we'll have anything else aside from just, you know, the throne itself. We could potentially decorate a little bit more with other things. I just don't know what just yet. So, yeah, still waiting on the foods, so let's just continue with the attic for a little bit more, and we can then get going. And the plan is very similar to the last time when we went to the Ashlands. We'll just make our way and try to find a fort, and we can sort of set things up for maybe the next episode or future episodes. We don't have to attack the fort immediately. I'm just gonna reposition the ladder. I think it makes sense to have it maybe in that position there. Yeah, temporarily, obviously. We'll take that down. That's a little tricky, isn't it? Yeah, I can't exactly see whether or not it's snapping correctly. That's what I want. Okay, good. Maybe we add a little bit more here. Alright, so I did sort of mention to you guys about the fact that I don't like the look of all of the wood iron, and I'm sort of thinking about whether or not there's a way we can prop up the floor a little bit more. So maybe all of this work, I don't know if I should have done all of that, because maybe there's an argument to be made to just do something like that, for instance. I can't remember what we did for this floor. I think we didn't really double up on the floor at all. I think it was simply just a floorboard, and we've got, yeah, core wood in certain positions. Speaking of core wood, there is probably a need for us to place some more core wood back down, so I'll need to do a pass on all of that. Yeah, I'm sort of trying to decide what to do when it comes to hiding the wood iron. Maybe I will pick up some core wood now. Actually, I do have a little bit. And I'm just going to play around with what we can actually do. So if I place something like that... Okay, so that just goes below it. Doesn't actually cover it. And then I assume... Yeah, okay. You can either go above or below it. You can't actually stick something right in the middle of it. Or can you? Maybe you can, but it might actually be quite difficult to then work with. Bit risky here, taking that off, but I just want to play around with what we can do. Yeah, so if I got a piece in like that... Yeah, you can sort of still see certain bits of the metal poking out, and it's probably not really what we want. So, having experimented, I think the best thing to do is to place the core wood underneath. There is one other thing that I want to try though. So, if we're planning to, you know, place the floorboards a little bit above the wood iron, like we have here, is that going to change anything? So for example, if I do, say, another piece right there, and then we take down the two lower sections, then we stick that in there. You can still see the wood iron, you know, if you pay attention very, very closely. I don't think it's a bad look against the core wood. So yeah, I think that's probably the way to go. And yeah, we'll essentially see that the wood iron is completely covered, and you wouldn't even be able to tell that there's core wood underneath it as well. So that's probably what we're going to go for. Which means that, yeah, I need to sort of redo a lot of these sections. I'm just making sure that we're not wasting too much time here, but we do still need to wait for our food situation to completely expire, I suppose, for want of a better term. I should actually go visit the Askvin. That's probably another thing that we could do while we're waiting. So at the very least, I'm happy about, you know, having decided on how we're going to continue building the attic. We have ever so slightly reduced the size of it because of how we're sort of trying to double it up a little bit. What worries me is the staircase that leads up to the attic and how that is going to match up with the staircase from down below. Guess we'll have to sort of cross that bridge when we get there almost. Yeah, this guy looks pretty happy. I'm just looking around, seeing if there are any enemies nearby, because I do want to just check in on our little fellow there. Make sure that he's actually taming. %. Okay, so still a bit more to go. So the next time we go out there though, we'll probably need to bring a tiny bit of food with us. So we'll do a tiny little bit more work on the attic, and I think we're almost ready to go, to be honest. Remove that. Maybe I can remove all of this, to be honest. I mean, really... Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. Yep, looking good. Getting there. Let's extend this way. Alright, I don't think we really need to wait any further. We should be able to have a very big meal and make our way out to the Ashlands for a little bit of excitement, because we have been building quite a bit, and I'm thinking, you know, having a bit of a fight with some of the Ashlands enemies is in order. So let's go out and do that. Bring some rations just in case. What else? Piquant pie. Okay. And yeah, so what we want to do out there is really just go out and find another fort. I don't know how easy it's going to be to try and find one. But I guess the idea is that I want to try and keep going until we actually find a fort, and then we'll only return when we find one, or when we run out of food, or if we need to get the hell out of Dodge. Okay, so I think we should just continue south. Let's do it. It might not be a bad idea to gather up a little bit of Grouston along the way. So we have sort of run quite low on Grouston. Bit of Aspen meat is also welcome. Yeah, but let's not overload ourselves too much. Yeah, just as we decide to go out and explore, things get really, really dark on us, and yeah, I'm not a fan of this kind of weather. It doesn't look too bad though, so I will take a little bit of the risk. Yeah, just trying to look off into the distance to see if we can find the green lights, but we've reached shore, so my guess is perhaps maybe this is probably not the right way for us to go. I do see a Morgan there. We just want to be very careful. And in fact, I will set things up just in case we need to quickly duck out. Alright. So because this is shore, I'm thinking maybe we need to go in this direction instead. So, northeast. Gonna try and attract the Morgan to our position here. We'll deal with him. I don't suppose it's night right now, is it? I don't think it is. It's just hard to tell. This is probably not really showing up too well on YouTube, to be honest, due to all the compression, but... Just making sure that we're picking up absolutely everything. Yeah, I'm thinking it might actually be night, guys. Maybe it is a good idea to go back and sleep. Barely see what I'm doing. Yep. Totally nighttime. So we could have gotten into a lot of trouble there if we continued. Nighttime and rain. Double whammy. So for the attic, I'm also sort of trying to have a think about what sort of heat source I want up there. And yeah, I'm thinking of maybe trying to fit in another hearth up there. I don't know if that's a bit excessive, but I reckon having a hearth would be kind of cool. And I'm sort of thinking that it would be like a very open sort of fireplace where, you know, the chimney, obviously there'll be a chimney, but the chimney would only be supported in certain sections. And the hearth would be mostly open on all sides. Just a thought. I don't know if I'll be able to achieve that though. That's one thing to say you want to do something and another thing to actually do it. If I do move the hot tub, I'm gonna have to figure out a good place for it as well. I do quite like having the hot tub where it is at the moment because it has a decent view of the property and the ocean. And I sort of want something similar, but it really depends on, you know, whether or not I can actually, you know, achieve that and actually have similar views. Yeah, I'm sort of thinking, do I design like another balcony somewhere, or perhaps maybe even get rid of this balcony completely, then have another one, or maybe another balcony up top that we can access through the attic itself. Maybe. Alrighty then. Off we go. In this general direction. Hopefully there is another fort on this continent. If there are no forts on this continent, then I guess the next best thing for us to do is perhaps maybe explore this area using the Drakkar. That could be something that we think about doing. Oh, you know, I totally forgot, but I'm actually not bringing the right cape for the job. I suppose it's not too bad. I'm sure we can survive with this cape on. Okay, we have a 2-star, I think, judging by the aura that I can see on that enemy, and I am not interested at all. Yeah, 2-star enemies will mean that we need to waste bone mass, so let's not even aggro it. Probably a good idea to play it safe here and set things up just as we try and take down this Morgan. And again, hopefully we can do that without attracting any of the other enemies in the area. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna need to use bone mass. It's exactly what we didn't want. Okay. Well, now that we're alone with this warrior, I'm a little bit more comfortable. Maybe we can chip away at it. Okay, he's decided to leave. That's even better. I sort of need to make way for a few things here. I think I need my iron, because gonna need to recraft that. Okay. So, yeah, he's not coming back, I don't think. I will duck out just to quickly stash a few things in storage. Unfortunately, no fort. While we have the chance, actually, I will grab the Askvin cape. Should help us move around a little bit faster. I want to repair stuff, actually. Repair the Askvin cape as well. Actually, it's a cloak. Excuse me. $10 rested? Can we maybe hang around for a little bit to get a better rested buff? 13... Yeah, let me go up. Try and get a better rested buff. Yeah, we're getting 15 here, so that's decent. So I have to be extra careful now that we don't have bone mass. "22 minutes. Yeah, I don't know if that was entirely necessary. I just feel like we'll probably be back before like another 10 minutes is over. I do see another, like, starred warrior there. That is so unfortunate. I don't know if it's the same one. But I sure as hell am not going to fight it unless we've got a escape plan. So it hasn't started chasing us just yet, though. It's a bit of a waste if I ate now, unfortunately, but... I mean, I feel like I might need to do it, though. Yeah, try and be sneaky beaky here. I mean, this is pretty much what we did when we fought Rito as well. Shouldn't be too difficult, provided that there's no other enemies in the area. Now, the enemies have a tendency of just, like, walking off into some random direction after they've taken quite a bit of damage, which can be a little frustrating. I've just realized that we do not have a lot of bolts. I'm gonna focus on the warrior. That was close. Alright, well, since we need the bolts, I do need to just duck back home then. No point in risking things without having ammo. Yeah, I think that should be enough. Bit of extra resin for making pots. I'm not entirely sure. I feel like those resins are entirely accessible. I will probably start crafting a few pots here and there when we get back to sort of decorating the house once all of the building is complete. But yeah, if we want to make some more pots, we're going to need more of those resins, and it seems a bit difficult to find. Maybe I just need to focus on finding more of the putrid holes or whatever. Those caves. And I think they might actually be in some of these urns, right? Man. No sign of our objective anywhere. I don't know if it's better to go in this direction or if we should keep going. I feel like we're probably going to run into a body of water very soon. That's probably going to get us to turn back around anyway. Yeah, I already see the water off in the distance, in fact. So maybe we do want to turn around and go northwest instead. Strangely, I'm not seeing a lot of Valkyries. And I don't know if this is a true statement or not, but I feel like where there are Valkyries, there could potentially be forts to attack. Did Just catch a glimpse of a Morgan there off in the distance. I don't know if it's noticed us just yet. Yeah, probably not. Okay, Valkyrie. I was gonna go for the monument, but now that I know Valkyrie's there, I probably should rethink, and perhaps maybe we want to pull the Valkyrie towards us and take that out first, which could be complicated by the Morgan that's sitting over here as well. Is it night? That could be the issue that we're having as well. Yeah, most certainly is. It's getting dark, so we'll have a sleep. Yeah, I feel like this episode hasn't been as productive as I would like. I would have preferred if we already found a fort by now. Okay, let's eat, and I think I can stash a few things at home in the kitchen, and we'll probably grab some more food. That's fine. Speaking of food, maybe it's time to feed the Askbin actually. So yeah, why don't we bring all of that? Quickly pay him a visit. I don't know if that all went in or if we missed a target. Yeah, I think we managed to get a few in, at least. Okay, so at the very least, we want to deal with that Morgan, and we're going to deal with the Valkyrie as well, so we can progress. Hopefully when we get back to the next episode, although considering how heavy this has been in exploration, I feel like maybe we should shift gears and go back to building, try to get the attic done. Okay, let's pull you this way. Easy. Okay, everyone wants to join in. It feels like these guys can hear what's going on from like miles away. Okay, now that that's sorted, let's see if we can find this Valkyrie. There it is. It's gonna be a little bit difficult to try and hit it from so far away. I think we got it. Getting a little bit of a response there. Whoop. Alright. Now that that's over, just need to waltz in here and deal with the monument. Shouldn't be a problem. Unless it spawns like a 2-star warrior or something like that. Okay, alright. One-star warrior, that's why. Okay, we are calm. Very calm. Okay, things are still looking good here. So all I need to do when we come back is really press on in the direction that we were going. I'm sort of wondering where that 1-star went. I think he's just right there. See if we can take him out so we don't have something too difficult to deal with immediately when we get back in the next episode. Oh, alright. Not really what I had in mind in this episode, but unfortunately the game be like that sometimes. So, no forts. Maybe there are no more forts on this continent even, but I think there's probably still one or two. I'm guessing maybe something here, and then perhaps maybe even something up this way, with any luck. But this is where I'm going to be signing out, guys. I'll probably just head back because we'll need a rested buff before we decide to go anywhere at the beginning of the next episode anyway. And who knows, I might just continue with the building at the beginning of the episode next time. I haven't really thought about what I'll do just yet, but I hope you guys look forward to it nonetheless. Cheers, guys. Drop me a like if you enjoyed it. Some comments down below. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.